Hello friends, this is Bilal Haider, and in this video part we are actually going to learn about another array method which is called includes. And this method checks whether or not a value exists in an array. Okay, so for example, I have this array fruits in here. It has apples, bananas, and dates. And if I want to check whether a value exists in it, what I can do is I can use fruits dot includes, then within parentheses I can pass in a value. So in my example here, I'm testing that whether or not mango exists in this array. Okay, so and one thing to remember, that this method is going to return a boolean value. Okay, it's either going to return true or false depending upon whether or not it it can find the item you specified within the parentheses. Okay, so if I run this code now, what you will see that it's returning me false because the mango doesn't exist in this array. Okay, so let's say if I have a very large data set, and maybe I want to find something in it. Okay, so I need to have some sort of method to do that for me, and includes exactly does that for us. So let's say I have an array of maybe 100 users, and I want to find whether a username exists in that array or not. So for example, a new user is registering with your website, right? And he picks a username. You are allowing your users to pick a username for themselves, and when they type a username, you need to make sure that username is not already taken by someone else. So what you do is you grab the usernames that are already registered, and then you check whether the user whether the new username with which a user is registering now, whether it exists in that array or not. If it doesn't exist in that array, that means the username is available, and the new user can take it basically. So this is one way, one use case where you can use this method, but there can be several other ways that you can use this method with. So later on, when you will build applications like using JavaScript, I bet you will find many numerous use cases where you will be using this includes method, and you will be checking to make sure if an item exists in an array or if it doesn't exist in an array. So for that same purpose, we can use this includes method. So let's actually go ahead and search for something that is already there in the array. So if I type apples, and if I run my code now, you can see that it returns true. So that means this apple exists in that array. So what we can do now is, let's say we put our if condition here, and we say if it exists, right, then I can console log, and I can say, yo, you have apples, right? So if I run my code now, you'll see that it says, yo, you have apples. So this include methods, it's very useful, and together when you're using it, if you use its result to do several more things using maybe if conditions, and then you can build your logic after that. So this was another array method that I wanted to share with you. So I hope this helps, and I will come again with more array methods in later videos.